Hello and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Scorpio for the year 2021, next year. I hope everyone is doing well. I know that some of you had a Thanksgiving break. I hope everyone had a lovely time off and, getting ready for the New Year holiday that is coming around. Please remember, Scorpio, this is a general reading. There will be some parts that do not apply and don't resonate. Please only take what resonates. Also, I've already meditated on the cards. I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today. In the past position, we have the Four of Wands, clarified by the Six of Cups. In the obstacle position, we have the Six of Pentacles, clarified by the Devil. In the advice from Spirit position, we have the King of Pentacles, clarified by Justice. In the first part of 2021, for 6 months, we have Page of Cups, clarified by the Knight of Swords. And in the second half of 2021, we have the Ten of Cups, clarified by the World. Please remember that this is a general outline. As you know, I will be doing monthly readings and mid-monthly as well, which will provide more detail, more information and guidance, of course, from the Divine Spirit. Now, in the past position, we have the Four of Wands, which is a really great card to have. It's a card of family. It's a card of celebration. A really warm yellow background always suggests that things are going well for you. This is a card where you were happy and you experienced really joyful emotions. As well, and perhaps there was a ceremony, perhaps there was a celebration, but there was something that brought your family together, united people, and made everyone feel kind of, like they're supporting each other. Now, it's clarified by the Six of Cups, which is a card that has a little bit of nostalgia attached to it, suggesting that, your childhood was at some point free of conflict and really harmonious, and where people kind of learned a lot from each other and whatnot, but definitely you were surrounded by perhaps people that created this aura of protection around you based on the wisdom that you received that continues to kind of protect you to this day. I mean, it's a wonderful foundation, the Four of Wands and the Six of Cups, suggesting that really in the past, specifically around childhood and young adult time, things really inspired you and things really kind of made you look forward towards the future and be hopeful and optimistic. Definitely, the Four of Wands here in the spread suggests that the year ahead, 2021, is going to be family oriented. You're going to be focusing on your family. You're going to be doing things with your family, and it's really going to be a positive year family-wise. So if things are not really that great with your family, things are about to get better. Also, please remember that family is different for everyone. Sometimes we choose our family as well, so definitely kind of keep that in mind. Also the Four of Wands suggests that in the past you've made consistent effort onto something. Perhaps you invested a lot of time in a relationship that really mattered to you. Perhaps you invested a lot of time in a project that really mattered to you. And in 2021, you're going to see the fruits of that labor. You're going to see rewards coming to you. Now, in the obstacle position, we have the Six of Pentacles, clarified by the Devil. The Six of Pentacles is not a really good card to have in the obstacle position because obviously it's a card of generosity and also fairness because we've got the scales here. But in the obstacle position, it suggests that there is going to be lack of generosity. So it could be that for some of you, it could be that you are showing less generosity towards someone. Perhaps you are not as as emotionally involved anymore with someone that you used to be in the past, and perhaps that friend or colleague or someone is kind of feeling the effects of that. It could also be that someone is not generous with you as well. I mean, the Six of Pentacles is not a major arcana card like the Devil here, but it does, create a lasting effect that you may feel throughout the year 2021, where you will have to really focus on budgeting, where because when you have Pentacles in the obstacle position, it could suggest that money-wise, you're really going to have to watch your spending and really make sure that you have money set aside for retirement, for also a rainy day, which means that on a day-to-day basis, you have to remember to be frugal. On a day-to-day basis, you have to remember that, in the old kind of once you get closer to the retirement, it's going to be more difficult to earn the way you used to earn when you were younger. So definitely watch the money. It could suggest that you have some debts, that you've made some poor investments in the past that you're continuing to feel effects from. It could suggest that you may feel a little bit overwhelmed with things and responsibilities that you have to take care of, and lack of stability, lack of feeling kind of solid, if you will, because Pentacles are an earth element, which brings stability, which brings solid kind of feeling. And when you don't have earth, you may feel like things are up in the air all the time, and there is no ability to plan ahead. And kind of make sure that things are going your way, and you're moving in the right direction as well. Now the Devil in the clarifying position, it's good because it's in the clarifying position, but still the Devil as an obstacle suggests there may be something unhealthy around you. It could be that you are surrounded by people that perhaps at work or at home that create a little bit of an unhealthy environment. It could also represent bad habits as well, doing something that's unhealthy, spending too much time focusing on one thing, so a little bit obsessing. It could be that it's related to money as well, for example, gambling, or being impulsive and not watching the financial side of things, not being able to say no, for example. It could be that you're attached to something, for example, like an outcome. I must have a 5-bedroom home with such and such. That is an attachment to outcome. I must have, sometimes we need to compromise with our own self in order to have that balance. And, because the scales remind us that balance is really important. In the advice position, we have the King of Pentacles, which is really appropriate, clarified by Justice. The King of Pentacles is advice from Spirit that suggests that you may want to be a little bit more mature and a little bit more responsible, hold yourself to accountability, and have that methodical, routine kind of approach to things. Focus on things that make you successful and make your finances successful, which requires diligence, which requires attention to detail, which requires, and it doesn't have to be necessarily financial as well. Sometimes Pentacles can represent a resource that we need, and so in order to kind of obtain that resource, it's also important to be diligent, and it's also important to treat it with respect. There are many different ways, for example, people treat money, and I think the most successful are the ones that realize that, it's a tool, that money is a tool, and that, you attract abundance when you kind of treat it with respect and have a certain approach, and that kind of opens up a channel of flowing of the abundance to you, if you will. And of course meditation helps with that as well, because it clears the channels of the subconscious, and it allows us to receive messages that otherwise perhaps we are too distracted to receive. Now, the King of Pentacles is clarified by Justice, which is really a wonderful card because it realigns everything. Justice reminds us that what we did will come back to us. What goes around comes around, if you will. If you are fair in how you treat people, then you will be treated fairly as well. And so there might be a little bit of a realignment. For example, because it's aligned with the King of Pentacles, there could be a little bit of money coming your way throughout 2021, sort of making you feel abundant and making you feel secure. Now, in the first half of 2021, we have the Page of Cups clarified by the Knight of Swords. Remember that swords like to meddle. So when I see the Knight of Swords, I'm already thinking like, oh Lord. Meaning that it could be that there's someone who's going to come into your life who's going to be really aggressive and not particularly caring. It's interesting that it's paired with the Page of Cups because the Page of Cups is caring. And it could represent your energy, it could represent energy of someone that is very close to you, has a really big effect on you. But I think it represents your energy. There's something youthful about your approach, almost kind of a little bit childish, if you will, really family focused. The pages are messengers, and of course you're going to have wonderful news in the first part of 2021, and definitely there's a lot of things to look forward. But the Knight of Swords here is a little bit difficult energy that will also be present in 2021, and it suggests that you may be around someone who has a bit of a destructive energy, and who kind of charges in and can be pretty abrasive and rude and push people away with his aggressiveness. It could, interestingly enough, suggest that if you are someone who's a little bit shy, then perhaps you need to be more aggressive in your dealings. Perhaps you need to be more assertive and at how you approach the situation. It could be that once you receive this message in the first part of 2021, you have to take action, immediate action, in order to kind of grab the opportunity and grab hold of that possibility that is coming towards you, so that you do not lose it. Because the Knight of Swords realizes that sometimes alignment passes, and the opportunity that was there can go away. So it's important to sometimes jump on it right away without wasting much time. And of course, the Page of Cups is really caring, so there's really wonderful nurturing energy that is going to be present in the first 2021. But there's also going to be conflicting pushy energy, and swords also represent words, as we know. So it could be that there may be someone who can say something hurtful, which may get under your skin, of course. Now, in the second part of 2021, we have Ten of Cups clarified by the World. That is a really beautiful combination. Ten of Cups is happiness and joy and fulfillment. It is being surrounded by people that matter to you, finding yourself in a situation where you are truly fulfilled, happy, where you feel like your needs have been met. Perhaps they're not, we always want more, we always want bigger, but, to the best of the ability, Ten of Cups provides a really wonderful, rainbow and closure as well, and the World too, because the World also brings recognition from sort of other people, suggesting that your family is recognized, your family is doing well, and especially in 2020, many families have not been doing well. So definitely it's a blessing to have Ten of Cups clarified by the World. It's a very powerful, strong combination. And overall, 2021 looks like to be a really positive year for you, Scorpio. We have some major arcana cards here. We have the World, we have Justice, we have the Devil. We do have incredible Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups and the Six of Cups. I mean, and the King of Pentacles, which, is going to help with finances, of course. Definitely a lot to look forward to. You're going to make wonderful memories that are going to just please you a lot. Let's see if we can clarify some of this with the 3 energy oracle cards that I pulled. And we have the Thinking Man with the 4 energy oracle cards that I pulled, sorry. Storm Warning, Journey, and the Garden. The Garden and the Gate. Yeah. The Storm Warning relates to the Six of Pentacles and the Devil, because there's lack of balance there. And the Divine here says you want to watch that. You want to be mindful of that. You want to address it if you are able to head on, because the Six of Pentacles sometimes suggest abuse of power, sometimes suggest hidden agendas, manipulation, and paired with the Devil, when you have abuse of power and obsession, kind of in the same sentence, it creates a recipe for disaster. It's a strong warning from the Divine that you may want to look towards things that you have kind of been avoiding looking at, because there may be, a few problems that require addressing. So that is what the Storm Warning is about. But it's also important not to focus only on the negative, because there's a lot of positive. In fact, there's much more positive. There's, the Ten of Cups and the World, and the Page of Cups, which brings good news. And of course, the Thinking Man is a card suggesting that you need to reach out. You may have a friend or a colleague or a neighbor, someone that can provide you with advice for a home situation, a work situation, perhaps even just a life situation. Make sure you reach out and ask advice. Definitely the journey is all about traveling on the outside as well as traveling on the inside. We see this girl with her suitcases packed and she's ready to go. She's looking forward to her journey. Suggests this card is mainly focusing on things that you need to address on the inside, because if you want to see incredible progress on the outside, you have to work on things that hold you back on the inside. Perhaps people, bad experience that continues to affect you, or people that have said something to you that you may not like that continues to affect you. Definitely working through those things, trauma events that kind of linger in our mind, and working through them and making sure that you're becoming stronger. And that requires, of course, venturing out into the unknown. And that's what the Garden and the Gate offers. Sometimes Scorpios have difficulty venturing out into the unknown, but it's important to remember that you want to get out of your comfort zone. It can be risky. Yeah, it can be dangerous. You never know. But unless you gain that experience, and in order to gain the experience, you have to talk to people you would normally talk to. You have to, perhaps travel or do some experience that you would normally do. And it teaches you and it makes you stronger. And that is the advice that you are receiving from the angels. Let's see what answers from angels I pulled. We've got big happy changes. Wonderful. Reconsider. Not the right time. And improving health. Really wonderful. Improving health is really important, especially in the era of deadly viruses. Big happy changes are coming, and I think it's very much family related. The not the right time and the reconsider is oriented towards the goals that you may have financially speaking, work-wise, perhaps projects, perhaps you're doing home improvement, which would require additional funds or whatnot. Definitely you want to make sure you're well prepared for that, and well prepared for any unexpected kind of events as well. But the angels here are saying that you may want to really think about the road you're going the road you're going down, because that might create a few problems later on. And of course, the health card suggests that you are and have been working on healing. You have been spending time on making yourself better, which definitely is seen on the outside, because we have the Ten of Cups clarified by the world. Definitely suggests that you have been putting in the time with your family. You have been working on things that matter the most, which is really important. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Scorpio. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Please check back to my channel. I will be doing January readings next week, so you may want to check that out. Again, if you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for visiting. I will see you next time.